So, in the community tab, I have posted about how my younger self would truly be proud of where I am today, would truly be proud of the person I become today. Because when I was younger, there were issues I dealt with that I thought was hard to overcome. And to see myself now and how I'm continuing, to learn, to grow, to get wisdom, it's like I want to go back and just tell I say my 13-year-old self, 14-year-old self that it's gonna be okay. You're going to come out of this. You're going to get over this. You're going to overcome this. Now, I'm not saying that I'm at that point in my life, as I guess at that point of where I'm fully out of those things, but I have came a long way. I really have came a long way. And I'm not where I used to be when it comes to my thinking. Yes, there are things that I still wrestle with, but now just getting to this point in my life where I truly do want freedom, in those areas. I don't want to play around with stuff. I don't want to sweep things under the rug, but I truly want freedom. And I truly want to be in that place where I'm at peace, about things that have happened. Not saying that the things that happened in my life were, oh, it was okay and that, oh, it's not a big deal. No, but being at peace that it has no effect on me. It doesn't have this hold on me. Like I can move forward, I can move on. And I don't have to hold on to it. I don't have to make those issues like a security blanket. Like I gotta hold on to it because it's all I know. But I can break free from those things. So one thing I just want to share is that regardless of your past, be proud of the person you are today. Be proud of who you are today. I get it that there are things that, we're all trying to work through. There's some things that people ain't trying to work through. But be proud of who you are today. Be proud. And it's not saying that people are not maturing, certain people are not growing up in certain areas, but it's like I think sometimes we do be too hard on ourselves. I know I do about where we are in life. Like, we feel like we have to be where everybody else is at and not trying to enjoy our own pace in life and enjoy, where we're going in life. And this is something that I had to learn myself. Like, I have to appreciate Shakur, appreciate where she is at, and enjoy my journey, enjoy where I'm going, and not feel like that I have to be like I'm in this race. I'm competing with everybody else. Like this person got over it like this, and I need to do the same thing. No, let me take my time. And I love my own journey. I really do. I appreciate the journey that I have. Like I like the fact that it have taken me a period of time to get to a certain place. Like it wasn't something that I had to rush and get into. Like this is where I need the space to get to a place in my life where I had to grow up some things. Like I had to realize and acknowledge, okay, I don't need to be attached to that anymore. I need to, you know, grow up in the area. Or, in certain, when it comes to relationships, like, hey, I don't need to deal with that. At this stage of my life, I need to cut that off. I don't need to talk with this person anymore. I don't need to communicate about, these past events anymore. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to move forward. When you finally get to that place in your own life where you're ready to grow for some things or you're ready to move on, ready to overcome, that's a beautiful moment because it's you. You made that decision to get to that place. It wasn't something forced. Like you had that space to get there. And that's why I think that's where patience comes from. It's something I learned even with my son that you gotta give people space to really grow up. Give them that space to come to that place where they realize that hey, some things need to change. Now I'm not saying be a doormat. I'm not saying, and I'm definitely not saying be God to people. What I'm saying is that people, we kind of come. Our journeys can be different. We can go. We can go at different paces. So it shouldn't be like this competition thing. It shouldn't be like a rush thing. Like, hey, this is your journey. Be proud of where you at. Okay, maybe you're not a millionaire, or maybe you don't have all this money, but all your bills paid. Before you had terrible financial habits, but now all your bills paid. You can sit at home, lights on, water running. Be proud of that. Or maybe you're not at the place where you are, where you're comfortable. I guess I would say Well, let me repeat that. Maybe you're not at the place where you feel like, okay, you read today. I was gonna cut it, but let me just keep going then. I'm just gonna keep going with that. I'll let this play out because it's gonna be unedited. So so y'all just excuse that in the small part. But maybe you're not at the place where you say, okay, I'm ready to date or anything like that. Because before you were just sticking this person or you're going to this person or you're trying to deal with this person over there. But now you're at this place where you're trying to enjoy being single, be at this stage because before your mind was just always connecting with somebody, but you didn't really have a lot of discernment. Be proud of that. Be proud you came to a point in your life where you're okay with just being by yourself. You're okay with just not having a whole lot of people around you, that you only want the good people around you, people that value you, because that's a journey in itself. I mean, you will be surprised by how long some of us struggle with this thing of wanting to be accepted and just attach ourselves to anybody. And just reaping the consequences of that and trying to learn from that. And sometimes it does take some of us years to really wake up like, hey, you need to get away from that type of thinking. Like you are valuable. You need to be around people that do value you. So be proud of that person that y'all today. Be proud where you at. You may not be at the level that you think you should be, but you getting there. See, that's the thing. We have to remember. We have to remember. We actually are getting there. You're getting there. Keep going. Don't just stop. Don't put yourself in this. I guess put yourself in this position where you're just pitying. I guess pity. I say that. I'm trying to say the word right, but that you're putting yourself in a position where you just self pity. Okay, let's just cut that. Okay, so you put yourself in a position where you feel sorry for yourself, and that you're not you know, that you're not trying to recognize that, hey, you have come, a good long way. Like you have grown up. You are mature in ways. Like just literally look back at your life. Like look at how you were stuck in one place. You were doing crazy stuff in one moment in your life, but you are maturing. You're growing up now, and you don't have to feel ashamed like, oh, I'm still dealing with this thing, but at least you're working through it. That's the thing I have to give people credit for. I get it about certain issues. It may take a minute for us to learn how to, navigate through those things, learn how to overcome it. But if you're doing something about it, I can give you a hand clap on that. What I cannot give a hand clap on for people who have issues and don't do nothing about it. All they're doing is just complain about this and say this what they gonna do, and they'll put action behind it, you know. And the last thing I do want to say, because I said before in the live I did, a day after my birthday, is about this timeline. This is not no game, life. I know some people may just say, okay, life really is game. It's life is really about it's real about endurance. Just being, endure. How are you going to live your life in a way that the end goal is what you really want to reach to. How you gonna live your life. Your end goal, for me as a believer of Christ, my end goal is to spend eternity with God. My end goal is to hear him say, well done. My end goal is to just to look back on my life and see that I actually did something with it, that I didn't waste it, and if that's my end goal, then what I'm doing now to make sure that I reach that part, that I reach that end goal. I don't need to spend my life trying to compete against everybody. I don't need to spend my life trying to look and say, score, you got to do things at the pace that this person do it. No, let me take my time. Now, yes, there's nothing wrong getting wisdom from people, being inspired, but let me take my time. Enjoy where I'm going. Enjoy this journey. Enjoy the moments where I overcome things that I have struggled with, for a long time. And I reach that point where, oh, now, okay, I'm free for this. Oh, I've grown in this area. I'm mature from that. I got over that. And not just getting over it, just say to get over it, but I actually went through the steps to be healed. I actually went through that time to forgive and to let it go. Enjoy. you know, it's just so much I can go and talk about that. But you get the gist of this. Enjoy where you are at. Enjoy where you are in life. And if you don't want to be at that stage, you can do something about it. I always have choices. Like there's things that I'm changing my life now, things that I'm not really happy with, but now I'm trying to get myself into making those steps. You know, of course, I can plan all day. I love to plan organized, but I had to put those plans to action. So be okay with where you are at now. You know, enjoy that, celebrate that, appreciate that moment because you don't want to just live life such at a fast pace that you don't take time to really breathe and to really enjoy where you're at. And I get it. You know, when I say a fast pace, some people, you know, they're growing in business. Some are growing on their channels. You know, you're growing in certain areas. It seems like going fast, but at least take some time out to breathe and appreciate and say, God, I thank you. Thank you for taking me this long way. You know, thank you for getting me to this point, and I'm looking for greater. So I hope y'all have a fabulous weekend. Take some rest, take some time off, go do something fun. For me, I'm gonna be up working, so I know I'm telling y'all to take rest, but I actually have to finish up something. But I'll make sure I do take some rest in between, watch a movie, take a nap, go get a cupcake, something like that. So y'all be good.